So, okay, we've been talking about marriages and relationships. Heated debate so far. Some people agree with certain things. Some people don't. And there's a passionate kind of energy in here. We love it. But I'm going to give you guys some numbers, okay? In 1920, the marriage rate was at 92.3%. 1960, 72%. 2011, 51%. 2013, 31%. That's how it's. Like, do you guys think there's going to be... Are you serious? This is horrible.
That ain't good.
I love love.
I love love too.
But that's well. Let me.
Love too. We don't have to be married to have it.
Well, that's a true thing. That's a true statement too. Well, we've been talking about why we think that marriage, the marriage rate is declining, and yeah, we have a lot of people here, and we'll shout out to Mashan for calling in. But we have people who have their opinion. Somebody else calling in with an opinion about this.
Yes, they are. This is a hot topic.
It is a hot topic. We might have to have 2 shows to cover this topic thoroughly. All right, let's. It is. Let's see who's calling in. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi. Who's calling?
This is Newell.
Newell?
Yes.
Thanks for calling the Josie Marie Show. We appreciate it.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
What do you think about the topic that we're having today?
Well, coming off of a broken engagement earlier this year, I definitely have a lot to say, so to speak. I'll just say, for any type of relationship to work, there can't be no selfishness or, wrong motives even enter into the relationship, period. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
For my situation, of course, we all have flaws. We all fall short. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. The problem that I see people have, they focus so much on what they're doing wrong, what their spouse is doing wrong, instead of even praising some of the stuff they do right to even try to show some sort of encouragement. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For my situation, I was with somebody for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And taking care of her child with her and everything like that. Don't get me wrong. I'll tell you what my issues were. Communication, and I would lie about some stuff.
You would lie about some stuff?
Yeah, definitely would. I definitely do.
Okay.
That's the one thing I could honestly come out and say. You know what I'm saying? But one thing for sure is I always made sure I was always home. You know what I'm saying? I never really went out. You know what I'm saying? I do music and all that good stuff, but I chose to just do the family thing. I didn't hang up music completely because I was still doing, producing music for, a couple of artists that's actually out there right now. But
plug.
The matter of fact that I wanted to just be there and be home always at all times and always being there for her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you could tell somebody 4 years meant nothing, mind you, I've taken care of your child. Even you pretty much said you don't trust me, but you trust me with the one most important thing.
Right. Yeah. Interesting.
So, and then on top of that, you call off the wedding 2 months before. Don't even want to go to counseling.
Wow.
I was waiting for counseling because you know what? When you are in counseling with a preacher or a priest,
yikes.
That's
you can
deep.
lay it all out. What's really going on?
Yeah. So
you
basically wanted to take that step to go to counseling, and she didn't.
Dude, we were supposed to do it the week before she called everything off.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I think back like, wow, you didn't even want to do that. Like, at least let that be the last resort. You didn't even want to try.
Well, I guess sometimes we have to keep it moving, but sometimes things aren't meant to be, and I guess you have to just look at that in a different perspective and say, thank God, we didn't take that official step when it wasn't really real. Like, count your blessings in that. You know what I mean? But that's crazy. But thank you so much for calling in. Man. We really appreciate it. Hey, stay with us.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, definitely. That's crazy. Deep. That is crazy. But also, I wanted to tell you guys that, I was doing my research, and a lot of people were saying maybe the cost of weddings these days are one of the reasons that people are not tying it down. Because we're not talking about relationships. We're not talking about relationships. People are in relationships. What we're talking about here is weddings, marriages, okay?
I got married for $500 and got back change.
See?
And got back change. We're talking about that with the average number. I'm not saying the individual things, but the average number is $28,000 that people,
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a paycheck for the year.
But I think people are focusing more on
the
wedding and not focusing on the marriage, because a lot of these divorces, people are getting married and don't even know who these people are. like
you know what, too,
you get married
sometimes-
so young sometimes, and you still want to go out, you still want to party, and now you have a spouse, and life's changed. So I think people don't even know
the wedding
themselves.
sometimes cause the problems because
like-
of marriage, because now you get into being married.
Go to the
with
justice of the
this-
peace. If you love the person,
Exactly.
the justice of the peace.
But
will be-
okay, so let's go back to what you're saying.
Wait. So my thing is this, like, I mean, so when you like, so you like what you just said. You sat here and you said, okay, most people when they get married, they think about it. Okay, well, you know what? We're not able to do the things that we wanted to do anymore. Like,
Right.
I mean, this is very cliche, but in the same token, like, I personally feel marriage changes nothing but your last name.
Yes, I believe in that too. I totally believe in
when
that.
it comes down to it, it's just like you can
To an extent.
like you can still. Obviously, it's a little more responsibility.
You have but what I'm trying to say is, you now have an obligation to another person.
No, you have a responsibility.
And you, like, for instance, I can just go out. You know, I don't have to answer to anybody. You know, I don't have to make I might tell.
Why are you saying that because you're single, Tiana?
Well, I mean, I have a boo, but I'm not going to tell. But I'm not going
Got a
to.
boo.
I got a boo, but I'm not going to consult him and as if we're married.
But wait,
you know what I'm saying?
wait,
All right.
Whoa, hey,
one person
hey.
at a time.
Hold on.
Wait, but consulting and communication.
Okay.
Like, wait, because a lot of people tend to think that, okay, if I just say, yo, babe, I'm about to go to the club, hang with the fellas, whatever the case may be, they feel like, yo, she keeping tabs on me and everything. But I mean, it doesn't take much to say that, to be honest with you.
Well,
so
let
it's
me
not
tell
like
you.
you lose any sort of card or any sort of like.
My point is, I think, I don't know, maybe I'm not communicating this well.
Okay.
But my point is, like, if I text my boo right now and I'm like, oh, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm out right now. He didn't have to, I mean, he just went out. He didn't have to tell me, oh, hey, Tiana, I'm going out. And that's fine with me. He can go out whenever he wants to. We're not married. He hasn't put a ring on.
So what if you're married? All right, no. Okay.
No,
all right. We're going to go back to that in a little bit. I
Wait.
think Jay Lorenzo has a question.
I just want to say something.
He just wants to say something.
Let me just say something. Clearly, our perceptions on marriage and relationships are clearly different.
Very.
The thing that is in common is that no one's making it simple. The thing is, people overcomplicate relationships. People are making this like, why do there have to be so many strict rules? People let other things skew their perception on relationships. TV, media, other people. Why can't love just come into play? And that's the thing. People don't let love play its part.
That's my point with relationships. Relationships are going to be different.
Yes, that's
Mine's
true.
Mine's going to be different from yours. Yours going to be different.
Exactly.
It's going to be different because, but first thing, both of us have to be on the same page.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If we're not
You
on the
and
same
the-
page,
yes.
it's going to fail. And not only that, sometimes we start out on the same page, and 5 years
fall.
down the line, we're on two separate pages because now my husband wants something different, I want something different.
Right.
And like the caller said, communication is very important.
Yes.
And you have to be vulnerable. Vulnerable in the way that you
Vulnerability is
have to
the key to a
expose yourself
successful
your person,
relationship.
Can I
which
ask
is
one
being
question?
honest and also
Okay, no, go ahead. Go ahead. When you're done, I want to ask a question. That's it.
compromise.
Yes.
Compromise is very
Compromise.
important. It can't always be about you, or me.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to take the other person into consideration. And just
You
like
gotta
my
take
friend
the L.
said,
You gotta take
based
the L.
on nowadays marriage, different from my parents or my grandparents' marriage is back then women used to have to tell the men, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do, and the men don't have to answer to them. But
Right.
nowadays, I don't want that from my marriage. No.
And you-
are
I mean,
an
you shouldn't.
adult. I'm an adult. If you're going out, you let me know you're going out. You don't need to tell me when, where, who, why, and what. I don't care. As long as you tell me you're going out, I'm fine with that because I want to
Yes.
do the same.
Yes.
It's total respect
I
all
agree.
Yeah,
the
it's
way
like, that's
around.
what I'm saying, it's like 50-50 communication. But like, do you think like nowadays marriage, it's like with that title, it's a lot of pressure because
It depends on the
I
relationship.
think,
but there's a lot
I
that
think the
comes with
couples
that.
put pressure on themselves
okay, like I mean,
because they want to be like the Joneses. Ooh, Felicia's doing
But-
this, so I need that for my marriage, or Josie's doing this.
no, exactly what I'm saying.
It has
because,
to
like,
be
nowadays-
personalized to each
And nowadays,
relationship.
that's what I'm saying. Nowadays, because everything is out in the open, and I know y'all gonna hate for me to say this, but like again, social media, everything is out in the open. Wait, everything is out in the open. Hold on.
We got to make this last point, then we got to keep it
so
moving.
everything is out in
Yeah.
the open. Everything is out in the open. Like you have every outlet to showcase. Like for instance, say like we love each other 10 times more than a couple that had like a $100,000 wedding, and we went to City Hall. you're gonna sit there and you're like, well, like she got dogs.
Well, then that means it's not love. That's not love. Then if you love the person, it doesn't. No. I'm the host. I'm the host part. if you love someone, it shouldn't really matter how much money it was, you know. But we're gonna get back to that point in a little bit.
Josie,
right
can I
now,
just
we're
say
gonna
one
talk
point
to. We're gonna get back to that point in a minute.
I promise y'all.
We promise we are. We're gonna have to have 2 shows for this topic. But right now we have to turn it over to Jay Lorenzo because we have to get into the hip hop review. All right.